Iran hangs child bride for murder of husband, rights groups.
Here's a summary of the article.
Iran on Wednesday hanged a woman convicted of murdering her husband, whom she married while still a child, defying an international campaign for clemency, rights groups said. Samira Sabzian, who had been in prison for the past decade, was executed at dawn in Gezel Hesar prison in the Tehran satellite city of Karaj, the Norway-based Iran human rights group said. We again urge Iran to establish a moratorium on all executions with a view to abolishing death penalty, it added. Rights groups have raised alarm over a surge in executions in Iran this year, with at least 115 people put to death in November alone according to Amnesty International. Samira is a victim of child marriage. Iran must cease its appalling treatment of women and girls, Junior Foreign Minister Tariq Ahmad said on X, formerly Twitter, late Tuesday. Rights groups have repeatedly said Iran's Sharia-based murder laws, based on a principle of qisas, fail to take into account potentially mitigating factors such as abuse or domestic violence in such cases. Iran has executed 8 men in cases related to the protests that erupted in September 2022, but rights groups argue that the surge in hangings on all charges is aimed at instilling fear in the wider population.
This post received a score of 6,400, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Her execution comes as concern grows over the numbers of people this year executed by Iran, where hundreds of people have been hanged, including more than a dozen women. IHR said Sabzian was a child bride who was forced to marry at the age of 15 and had been a victim of domestic violence, according to relatives. Amnesty International said it was horrified by the reports of the chilling execution, saying the mother of 2 was subjected to a forced and early marriage as a child. The Office of the UN High Commissioner on Human Rights said it was alarmed by the execution, saying Sabzian had been forced to marry her husband while aged 15. The UN is alarmed, not disgusted, shocked, enraged by the fact that a child bride forced into an abusive relationship has been hanged because of religion. Iran has been under a dictatorship founded by fanatics since 1979, and this is disgusting.
When she killed her husband at 19, she had a child that was 7 years old. That husband raped her at 12, married her at 15, and continued to abuse this girl for years. Just imagine growing up as those kids. The father raped the mother and forced the mother to marry him. Mother killed the dad. Paternal grandparents could legally forgive the mother but asked for mother execution. Guess what? Paternal grandparents have the custody of the kids and will raise them. Maybe brainwashed. The oldest is 17. I wonder what they think about this. She spent last 10 years of her life in prison too.
This should tell you everything you need to know about Iran. The fact that they hung a child rape victim instead of the person who raped her tells you everything you need to know about the bastardization of justice in this country.
System works as intended. It's very hard for woman to prove she was raped. But medical examination confirms she had sex. So she gets punishment either for adultery or sex outside marriage. System works like Auschwitz worked, I guess.
You would expect nothing less from the UN chair of the Social Forum of the Human Rights Council. Iran wins UN human rights role despite wave of executions.
UNHRC is a joke. A bunch of Middle Eastern autocracies shitting on Israel while pretending they're paragons of human rights.
Apparently even Russia has a Human Rights Commission which Putin held a ceremony for just recently.
Bunch of pedos running the country.
I wonder if the man would be hanged had he killed his bride.
Doubtful. Women are like pet horses in that religion.
Nothing like hanging kids and letting 15-year-olds become a mother of 2. What a civilized world we all live in.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.